Hello friends, my name is Randhir and I wanted to share a thought today. The thought could really be as trivial or as obvious as you would imagine or as deep as it could be. It totally depends on your perspective. Okay, having said that, let me share my core thought. If you really see our country from 1970s, 80s and 90s to now, there is a shift in terms of opportunities, in terms of disposable income, in terms of what money could really buy. Okay, back then, people really worked hard to just make ends meet. However, today, a lot of us have much higher disposable income, and that also, along with markets opening, money could really buy us a lot of things. Okay, it could be expensive cars, it could be big houses, swimming pools, other luxuries, and let us actually keep and accumulate the money for the future generations. So the stakes have become pretty high. Okay, compared to that time, the stakes have become pretty high. So what's obvious is that given the stakes are high, a lot of people, businesses, and maybe politicians and few others really go to, I think, too far and to any extent to actually accumulate money. Okay, let's keep that first thought. Okay, money is really letting us buy luxuries and whatnot. So the accumulation has become a serious goal. That's one. And if you just look at a very basic society, we have got producers and consumers, people who produce certain goods and people who consume. At a very minimal agrarian level, people produce food and a lot of others consume that food. And let's like kind of look at our own situation. A lot of us employees, business people and designers and whatnot, we actually go do our work. It could mean writing a piece of code versus manufacture something, supervise work and whatnot. We do all of this possibly for a month, 30 days, and at the end of 30 days we actually confidently and comfortably look for a paycheck. Okay, these are the consumers and the basic society. Now let's talk about the producers of, and when I say producers, primary producers, it's really farmers and other people who actually produce stuff that are essential and we need and we consume. Okay, these people work not just for 30 days, they work for 4 long months, 3 long months, 5 long months, and not guaranteed the outcome. Okay, and the revenues could be neutral, could be negative, they tend to get into losses, and a lot of times people see that as the end of the road, and you know what happens, right? People really take drastic steps and things like that. Even if we leave out the situation of people taking drastic steps, a lot of these rural farmers and rural poor actually convert into urban poor and may end up to be guards at the bank, malls and whatnot. So what actually this conversion means is, if you go to an ATM, possibly you have a guard and your money is safe and you get the money. But when a lot of such rural farmers move into urban poor, they don't produce anymore, and possibly you don't have rice and roti in your plate. Okay, you may think it's a little hypothetical, but I don't think it's very far away. I think that situation is going to hit us in the next 5 to 10 years. It's not far away. Okay, these are the two arguments that I want to put. Having established these two very basic arguments, so what I want to kind of lead to and conclude in this video is that I think a blind microcosmic view of accumulation is not going to help us in the long run. I think last decade situation is not guaranteed in this decade, and this is not what is guaranteed in the next decade. So a blind accumulation at the cost of our own health, our own time is not going to really help. My call to action to you guys, or you folks, is that slow down a bit, look around, think about the macro level of things, how things are changing, how this huge haves and have nots divide that we are again creating is going to have its implications on us, and do some very simple small thing. Take care of yourself first. My very first ask is, take your health seriously and exercise and take care of yourself. Offer and spend more time with your family. These are very, very inward looking things that I'm asking you to do. I'm sure most of you are doing it. But what I'm also asking you is that start contributing those little small bits to people around us, people who are actually helping run our day, our servant maid. Show more empathy and possibly have a smile at your neighbors, at the drivers who take your kids to school, and maybe a lot of other service people who are actually serving us. Of course, they get paid paltry, but the people who are serving have a smile. And last but most importantly, I think there are these silent fighters who are fighting for our well-being. Those could be NGOs, those could be activism, those could be a lot of other organizations who are silently fighting for our civic well-being, societal well-being, or even more policy level well-being. I think what I really urge you to do is that even if you can't spare your time, spare a small part of your money to support these organizations. I'm not necessarily suggesting one or the other. Think about which cause you really side to, and see if you could actually fund them with your time or possibly money if you can't really spare your time. So this is my ask in this video. Thanks for watching. I'll come back soon. Thank you.